Grab your joysticks and shake it like a Polaroid picture, because this is the Third Wheel Arcade. Again, introless, but here we are. Glad to be with you this week. We are live on YouTube every Friday at 7 Eastern.
We've lost Ains.
Already? What was it, Ains?
All right, I'm ready. Let's
What
go.
happened, Ains?
All kinds of pictures in my head we're not going to talk about. Moving on. Go for it.
Yeah, we are live at 7-ish every Friday. The videos are on YouTube long after, and hopefully the audio will be up soon. Working on that. We appreciate, by the way, all of the support so far. I mean, episode 4, last week, episode 3, we had almost 100 views already, which I didn't expect, right out of the gate like this. I mean, we're coming from a show that had an established audience, but we wanted to start fresh and to have more viewers than I thought we were going to have right out the gate. I just really appreciate everybody and all the support and everybody hanging out. A lot of the views were after the show was live. Just remember, we are live at 7 Eastern, and it's a fun time in the chat as long as there's people there. Right now, we have a great chat built out. I mean, Ains is in the chat.
Locking it down.
No downvotes yet.
Yes.
So anyway,
Bring it.
we are live now with my fellow co-host, Dan Rodriguez. He's pointing, but the camera only
What's
picks it up.
Oh, I got to talk?
Yeah, you got to talk
Hey,
to throw it to you.
How's your week been?
My week's been good. How's your week been?
Pretty shitty.
Oh,
But
well,
look at me. I'm still smiling.
and here we are.
Yeah, fuck this week. Let's end this on a good note.
End the week on a good note or end the show on a good note?
Both?
Both.
I didn't know if you were saying end it.
The week.
Stop the
week. It's really
broadcast.
not over yet. I've got some prior commitments this Saturday and Sunday that I'd just as well shoot myself. So
Here, let's go through your Google scheduler right now
let's not.
before we introduce our third wheel.
No, let's not do that. You don't want to see it.
Our
It's
third
bad news.
wheel is a seasoned veteran. See what I did?
Season better.
It is
Get
pretty
it?
nice.
He is the CEO of Season Gaming. The founder
Also-
of Bitcast.
We're done. Thank you for tuning in, everybody.
It's a bad start
I
or
have
a great
lot of
start.
titles I was unaware of. This is
the
great.
best. Yeah.
I'm actually
And-
typing up a new resume right now.
Please
I
do.
know, you should get a T-shirt that says that.
And he is the founder of their brand new show, Backseat Gaming. Check it out on YouTube. Sweet intro video with music.
I don't know who did that. It was good though.
Somebody who
Yeah.
can't get their shit working on their own show. But it is Ains with us here this week. Thank you for your first appearance as the solo third wheel.
Yeah. What's going on, guys?
What's going on? How you doing? How's your week been? Has it been better than Dan's?
Oh, it's definitely been better than Dan's. I can tell you that. Busy, good. I'm somehow doing like 18 shows a week now. I don't know what has happened.
Yeah.
But they're going well, man. Big Cast is picking up steam, which is nice. Getting a lot of good feedback. Backseat Gaming's been a lot of fun. We like torturing our co-host Bird over there.
Mm-hmm.
But no, Season Gaming, a lot of you. Actually, I was just telling Bird earlier that we have our most views on the site in a week already on Friday. That
Nice.
we've had all of 2018. So
Wow.
yeah, man, it's looking good. And we're not doing it for money or anything else. It's just for fun. So it's cool
Yeah.
to see.
Yeah, that's great, man. Do
I'm
you
all
want to
about
tell
the
people a
money.
little bit about what Backseat Gaming is?
Yeah, sure.
I don't think Dan's held that down for you very well.
No, I have no idea what it is.
he just kind of comes over and sits here while we record.
Yeah. I just eat his stuff.
So if you're unaware, seasongaming.com, just as it sounds, we do a host of content, your typical news, YouTube channel, everything Season Gaming. And then we started a new show a couple weeks ago called Backseat Gaming, which is basically of the three of us, one of us plays a new game we've never played before. The other two basically just make quips and joke and laugh at the person playing. It's been quite fun. We started with Hello Neighbor, which it's just not a good game. It's just not a good game.
Not.
But sometimes not good games are the best to stream, at least if you're going to comment.
Yeah, and there's quite a few funny parts that happen, and that was kind of the point, right? So, you know, Bert had some experiences. Dan and I had some good laughs. But yeah, please check it out. It's taken a lot of production value. Believe it or not, we actually recorded 3 weeks of Hitman to be our debut series with Bert playing, and all of it got lost because the audio was scrambled.
Can't see it, huh?
No, in fact, the audio was so bad we couldn't even rescue it. So we recorded 3 weeks for absolutely nothing. So, yeah, it's been a learning experience. But anyway, that's what it is. Please check it out. You can find it on seasonedgaming.com or our YouTube channel at Season Gaming. Like I said, Season Gaming everything. So,
as an impartial third party, I love that show. It's fantastic. It's a great idea. Let me tell you how great I thought the idea was. When we were setting up this show, I was talking to Dan and Diego about different bits we could do on the show, different, ideas I had for the show. And I thought, what if we have two of us play a game while the third wheel comments on what we're doing and while we're playing? And Dan goes,
I like the idea.
Yeah, it was solid.
That's what Dan said. Dan said, that's a great idea. Sounds an awful lot like the idea I told you about 3 weeks ago that me and Ames are doing. I had completely forgotten that was already being done.
Oh, man.
100% thought, I just had a great idea. So congratulations on stealing that from me before I even thought of it.
I'm all up in your thoughts, man.
All right, so what have you been playing, Ains?
So not a whole lot because I've been so focused on Red Dead. So I'm at about 130 to 40 hours in Red Dead. I finally just this week finished the main game, and then it has 2 prologues, which honestly I didn't expect. I thought they would be like a mission each. My cat is about to jump up here. Stop it. My cat is about to jump on.
I didn't know you had a cat.
Well, now you do. There he is.
How many times have you been there, Dan?
I've seen Bruce.
What's going on? Yeah, no, he hides. Anyway, sorry. It has 2 prologues, which are kind of like an expansion almost. They're a completely separate story that leads into Red Dead 1. And long story short, the game is stunning. I think it is not only game of the year, I think it's a game of the generation. For a number of reasons that I could talk about for far too long, so I won't bore you with that. But absolutely incredible game. We've been playing a lot of Battlefield 5 on multiplayer front. I'm a huge multiplayer gamer, so I mean that's probably where at least half my time or more goes to. A lot of PUBG, historically tons of Halo, if you couldn't tell. Gears, Call of Duty, anything where there's competitive, I'm all over it. So fucking hell.
We just got a nice wide angle shot of that brown eye there, buddy.
Yeah, man. He's making sure you're seeing it live.
Check that out.
I heard you're doing this live. Meow.
The only place you're gonna see that cat ass third wheel arcade.
Yeah. Where else can you see a great cat ass?
Coming to you live.
Yep.
Buddy. And then lastly, I just started Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Both Bert and Dan have been raving about it. Some of you guys raved about it as well. So I figured that would be the next game I would try. I'm a few hours into it. I'm enjoying it a lot. Very, very different game from Red Dead. So it's taken some adjustment, but it's a lot of fun.
Well, good. But you're enjoying Battlefield? I've toyed with the idea of getting it, but I would probably get it on PS4, and I don't have anybody to play with. So,
damn. Well, you got a crew right here. You're looking at them.
I know. I'll have to get the Xbox version though.
Yeah, you got me. You got Bert. You got Dan. You got a couple other buddies we play with. We've had a full squad pretty often, so it's a lot of fun. I will say it's a lot more fun when you have a squad. When you're playing with randoms, it's really random. You might say.
Okay.
When you're playing with squads, especially Nurse Dan over here, it's a lot of fun. He will keep you alive more often than not.
I love Dan Nightingale stories.
I'm an amazing healer. I don't even want to talk about
Amazing healer. He doesn't. It's weird though. He's the only person I've seen in Battlefield. It's really strange that doesn't carry a gun. It's odd. Like
Nope.
I don't even know how you do that. It must be DLC where you can get the no gun option.
Yeah,
He's a pacifist.
it's the Hacksaw Ridge. It's like, come to life.
He's over there healing people and signing war treaties.
Yep.
It's interesting.
And getting shot in the face.
Just, you're in the middle of a match and it just ends peacefully.
Yeah. Dan
George
Rodriguez, MVP.
I want to point out that even though my KD is complete garbage,
Mhm.
I'm usually pretty, I'm up there top 10 usually.
Man, he
with the
heals
points.
the hell out of people. Yeah.
That's all I do. I find like the bottleneck where all my guys are going to die, and that's where I go. And I stand behind them and then just start throwing shit. See what happens. Maybe I'll run up there once in a while, stab a guy in the chest. Whatever I got to do, because that's what I do. Nurse Dan.
So
Yeah.
I'm very confused as how my cat is staring at the screen and not moving.
yeah,
I've never seen him do this. Like he knows
That's-
something's going on.
he's trying to figure out who Dan is because Dan's been in the house 18 times and never acknowledged him.
There's that asshole.
Yeah, what a fucking piece of shit. I know I smell something Puerto Rican.
Well, you can say it. Dan, so you've been playing Battlefield 5 too, I guess.
Yeah, pretty much exclusively with Bert and Ains
Mm.
and Poof and lots of other guys. What
else have you been
I
playing?
was
That's
gonna say no. I was gonna say something else. I will stop right there. And I've also been playing Red Dead Redemption still, even though I finished it. I'm going back and trying to be an asshole. That is not going as well as I thought. I really struggle with being a dick in that game for some reason.
Yeah,
Don't know
that's
what it
weird.
is. It's tough. Yeah, because like I have no problem being a dick if I have to, but it's just tough. I mean, I got to steal a lot of stuff. I got to, just find ways to be bad instead of, it's like, oh, I got to go suck that, poison out of that guy's thigh. I could shoot him,
Mm-hmm.
but every part of my being says just suck it. So that's what it is.
I do know that about you.
Yeah. It's a pretty familiar feeling.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's so you're literally talking about playing Battlefield 5 where you don't get involved in the combat and
Right.
you only heal people the entire time. What did you think you were going to be able to do in Red
I'm in
Dead?
the wrong business, I guess. Because apparently I've missed my calling.
Yeah.
Venom sucking field medic apparently is my actual calling. No,
You can make good money for that.
probably.
Usually there's a hole in the wall though, but don't worry about that.
Yeah.
Still good money.
Yeah.
Still good money. Yeah. Let's not split hairs here.
So that's it. You playing more Red Dead?
You know what? I was sick on Wednesday and like really just throwing up all over the place. It was a disaster. But
Sexy.
so I played like 5 games, all of which I played like 10 minutes of one time. I played Grip, which I can, take it or leave it, whatever. I played Mutant Year Zero, the
Yeah.
new Xbox. I love like XCOM games like that. That one is a bitch.
Really?
I mean, it's really cool, but it's really hard. And I'm playing on
Nice.
easy,
Mm,
right?
That's what
So
I
I'm playing on
wanna
like the easy level, and I can't get past the second damn mission. I played it 6 times, but it's so cool. I could keep going back and want to do it some more. And then the Bureau, that XCOM game, speaking of XCOM, came out backwards compatibility,
Oh yeah.
and I bought it for like $4 or whatever it was. It's complete trash, but I've seen worse games. And then after that, the Garden Between, is that the Gardens Between?
Gardens
That's
Between.
another
Yeah.
one that just came out. I'm
What
just
is
trying all
that?
these. It's like a little indie game where you play as these 2 people, and you're in this world that's and it's kind of like a 3-dimensional kind of thing. You're walking around like either a mountain or something, and you press. It's really simple controls. You press forward to and the time goes forward, and you press backwards. Time goes backwards. Well, there's all these little tricks and puzzles and stuff where you have to get like a light to open up this next thing. So you got to like reverse time. it's kind of confusing.
Is it
to
like
talk
Braid?
about.
Sounds like Braid.
A little bit, but it's more like 3-dimensional. It's because Braid was side scrolling, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's similar, but it's you're working with two people, and they both have like different kinds of what was the word I'm trying to look for? No idea. They can do different things. Like one guy can like pull this thing that the light comes out of. The other guy can carry the light. So sometimes you got to go backwards, and then there's things that suck the light out of your lantern. It's hard to just like really explain it. It's fun, and it's on Game Pass, so go try it.
Is there any dialogue in it? It sounds like a dialogue-free game.
You know what it reminded me of when I first started it up? It was like almost like an Oxenfree, but without dialogue, right? So, which makes it great. Because I don't have to hear these whiny ass bitchy teenaging fucking sons of bitches talking about stuff.
Yeah, that's why I asked, because the rewinding time mechanic just makes me think of Life is Strange, and I was afraid that you were going to say that they were teenagers trying to figure out life and all of its struggles.
That might be like the end of it. I mean, it looks like if I were guessing the story, I got through a chapter. It looks like they were friends that were separated in a move or something, and they are trying to find. I don't know. I have no clue. I played like one level.
I hope you get to the end and like they haven't spoken the entire time, and at the end she's just like, "That was hella bitchin'," and just ruins the entire thing for you.
I hope not. I don't even know if it's they're very androgynous, these two characters. So I mean, I don't know if it's two girls or two guys. I think maybe it's meant to be that way. I think they like high five each other once and they maybe kiss each other once, but I don't know what I was thinking. So whatever, it's all good in the hood.
Is that an Xbox exclusive?
I don't know.
It started on Steam. Console, I don't know.
That's why we have Ains.
But I'm more. I'm more
Ains knows shit.
He knows shit.
I don't know where this comes from in my brain. This is why I forget all the other important things in life. I'm still confused as how Dan doesn't understand what a kiss looks like. That's more concerning to me than actually the game's functionality.
He's too busy healing people. He does know what sucking on poison looks like, though.
I kiss you in the legs or between the legs, right?
That depends on how much you're paying. So I'm supposed to ask the cat. What's the cat's name?
Darwin.
Darwin, what have you been playing?
What have you been playing, Darwin? He pretty much plays whatever I've been playing. He hangs out with me when I game. He lays with me, chills. He likes Red Dead a lot for all the animals. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
he's cool.
Does he ever try to like jump at the TV when there's like a bear coming?
Only a couple times, like where there's quick movements of something. Why are you staring at me? What are we doing here? What's going on?
This is Ains' interview with his cat.
He never does this. I don't know what's happening right now. That's real interesting. So this is our fourth wheel. He's a training wheel this week.
Yeah, never seen a damn cat.
A training wheel.
Wow.
All right. So
what have you been playing?
I have been playing a lot more Beat Saber.
Oh boy.
I haven't really stopped playing it. I've been playing just about every night. I didn't play it last night. I was stuck on the same level. I was trying to get through the campaign. It's not really a campaign. They call it a campaign, but it's just 30 songs that progressively get harder. But I wanted basically I want to get the platinum, but I also wanted to get through it in succession so that I could get better instead of trying to jump straight into expert or whatever. I got stuck on one of the songs towards the end, one of the like third to the end. I was playing the same song for like an hour and a half or 2 hours every night for 3 or 4 nights because I just couldn't get it. It was an expert level song. You couldn't miss more than 5 notes through the entire song, and it was a really tough song. But I finally, after 3 or 4 nights, got it, and I was so stoked. And then I went from there and I finished the rest of the campaign. So I'm done with the campaign now, and I took last night off. You take a break from working out every once in a while, and I still need to go back and do a whole bunch of things to try to get the platinum. I need to finish an expert song and get a 500 note streak, which is a lot. A lot of the songs don't even have 500 notes, so I got to figure that out.
Wow.
But then there's like get 1 million points in a song. I don't even know how you do that. That last song that I was stuck on, you had to get 400,000 points in the song. And that's part of the reason it took me 4 nights to do it, because even when I would finish it and not miss more than 5 notes, like the way you swing the saber and the way you hit the notes and at what point in your swing you get more points for that. So you have to be good at it and not miss any notes. So you're like swinging your arms like crazy to get the max points on these things. So it's just so exhausting.
Sounds great.
I mean,
I'm so tired. It's a great game. I'm not even gonna lie. It's
I want
so
to see
much
a video
fun.
of you playing this on Expert.
I think the only reason my fiance who's in the chat, by the way, and way more interested in the cat than any of us.
Including me.
Tanya, get the camera out next time and post something, man. She's got a video. Wait.
She has a video.
So I was going to say this too. She said it in the chat, but I was going to say this anyway. I think the only reason she hasn't posted a video, and she's confirmed this now, is because she's afraid that if she does VR or whatever, I'll take a video of her and post it.
Of course
I don't
you
know.
won't.
Yeah. Drop it to us on DM, Tanya. I'll put it on Season Gaming's YouTube channel.
Well, I mean, if that's going to be up on the internet, I want to get the hits for it. So I'll
gone viral with Alden.
Yeah, with my sweaty ass. I'll literally, I sweat more than I sweat when I work out. Like I'll be completely soaked through all of my clothes, through my jeans. It's crazy how sweaty I get playing this stupid game. I know.
I don't have the Move controllers yet. I really want to try it. I'm going to have to pick them up. I'm going to have to do it.
It's bring it over one night.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, do that, please.
Yeah. It's the most fun I've had with VR. I mean, I love rhythm games, and I've talked about that. And that's also what I've been playing. I got the Persona 5 rhythm game.
Dancing in the Night.
Dancing in the Night or Dance in the Moon. I don't know.
I've got a bag from E3 right here. Dancing Starlight.
Yeah, Dancing in Starlight. I have
there
it.
You go.
So Dancing in Starlight, and then Persona 3 is Dancing in Moonlight.
Right. Yeah.
They're super. I mean, they're super nerdy. You've got to like. It's like the audience must drill down to such a small sector. It's you have to like rhythm games and Persona so much that you want to get these games. They're really fun if you like those things, but there's not a lot of meat to them. So I don't feel like I'm talking to many people when I say this. There's got to be a community out there that I could reach with my rhythm game talk. But
that'd be an interesting community. I bet you would find.
Yeah, I bet it is. It is. It doesn't have a lot of meat to the game. I think it's only 26 total songs, which is not enough for a rhythm game. If you're going to play a rhythm game for more than a few hours, you don't want to play the same songs over and over and over again. Yeah. So it's a really fun game, but I wouldn't get it unless you get it for like $30 on sale. Except for me, because if you got the collector's edition, you got Persona 5, Persona 3, and the Vita version upscaled to the PS4 of Persona 4 Dancing All Night. So I'm a sucker, I'm a nerd, and I had to get that on my PS4.
God.
I know.
So sick.
I haven't been playing a lot else. I just haven't had a lot of time. It's been a really busy week, really busy couple weeks. So anytime I've been playing, I've mostly been playing Beat Saber. But I'm gonna get back to Red Dead this weekend. I've got to get through it now. I think I kind of hit a spot where it felt kind of like a chore, and I know that after I get several missions in, it's gonna pick up again. It's just I hit that spot and I kind of took a break, and it's one of those things where you take a break, and I'm worried that I won't go back to it. You know how many games have I done that in? I don't want to do that for this. I want to get back to it and get through it. So
it's worth it. You know what chapter you're on?
I'm on chapter 3.
Yeah, so 3, the end of 3 is where it gets good. Chapter 4 is amazing. There's a little downturn in 5, and then obviously it climaxes in 6. So it's worth it, I would say. I don't know, Dan, if you agree. I think Bert kind of said the same thing, right? It was like it was a little lull in chapter 2 and early 3, and then once you get through 3, it really picks up.
Yeah, that's accurate.
Yeah, I mean, I was herding sheep with John Marston, and I thought, what am I doing?
Yeah, there's times, where they get to some of those missions where you're like, what the fuck is this? This needs to... I'm with you,
also,
man.
I couldn't play any games last night because I was watching the Game Awards.
Yes. I like your segue there, sir.
Segway.
We're never going to be able to have a normal segue on this show.
Even Darwin saw that coming.
You got excited. Here comes the butthole.
Did you guys watch the
Did
Game
you
Awards?
bleach that thing? My God.
Is it?
Hey, we don't need to talk about that. I do what I got to do.
Being a black cat, it really kind of, shot. Oh my God.
It really
Lord, there it
does.
is again.
It's shining from the back of the desk.
It's a little Q-tip, little bleach. What we do.
A few scratches and bite marks. We get it done.
Oh, God damn it. All right. Yeah. I watched the Game Awards.
Yeah, I watched them as well.
Yeah. Did you, Ames? Did you post about it anywhere?
Yeah, there's so I put something out on this site called Season Gaming. I've been told before it's a bunch of douches over there. I wouldn't bother visiting. But they do have a live recap of every announcement. I don't know who would waste their time doing that. It seems like a complete waste of time, but
Well,
it's
I
up
know
there
who's going to waste his time using that as show prep, and it's me.
I think that's all of us. Yes, sir.
How did you guys feel about the Game Awards? Last night in particular, but how do you feel about it generally?
Go for it, Dan.
Like, you mean, do I think it should be a thing?
Did you enjoy it? Did you think it was fun?
Oh,
Do you normally enjoy it? Because I have an opinion that I want to see if it matches.
It's like the Super Bowl. If my team isn't there, I don't give a shit, but I want to watch the commercials. So that's basically why I watch it, is the reveals, the trailers, the new games. That's the best part of the whole thing for me. It's definitely not Geoff or anything to do with Kojima, which is actually pretty light, which was enjoyable. So
other than him talking about his great friend Kojima,
that was so out of place.
Oh my gosh. Get a fucking room.
That was a Freudian moment for sure. Like, and my good friend Hideo Kojima wasn't even in the conversation. Like, why are you even bringing it up?
Yeah,
no, that's basically what I think of it. It's cool to watch. I mean, people get really hurt about some of these things. I mean, it's just crazy to me. You see, the best part of the show for me was when it was nice to see the three heads of the studios come together and kind of give a little spiel. I mean, whatever they said, I don't care. But that's what we all do. I mean, that we like all the consoles. We want a game, and that's it. So, I mean, I don't know how much old Geoff had to pay to get that done, but whatever. I mean, it worked out.
he just got his good buddy Kojima to organize it.
Yes. Well, obviously. Yeah.
So, okay, do you normally enjoy it?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just it's for the commercials. That's what I'm watching. It's for the reveals, man. That's all. I mean, seriously. I mean, I can give a shit less who won Esports Player of the Year, or even Game of the Year for that matter, because it doesn't matter to me. I played most of these games anyway. So,
what are you eating this week, by the way?
These are cashews. They're delicious.
You get 50 pounds of them from Fat Kid Deals.
No, I only bought these for 2 for $8 for a 0.5 ounce. These are CVS brand, gold emblem, sea salted.
You didn't even wait for like Ames to be talking. You just went for it.
Yep, done.
What do you think, Ames?
Yeah.
I think we talked before. I don't know. I think the Game Awards are a good thing in theory. I haven't liked some of the things that have been done with them previously. I think I'm not a fan of Jeff, as Dan calls him, Geoff. I think this year was better than previous years. The production quality was higher. There were more meaningful segments, so I think that's good. I think that needs to happen if it's going to be taken seriously. I don't know. I thought it was decent. I do think it's kind of weird that they award awards based on voting. And I think we talked about this previously, Alden, right? Like, a game like Celeste, up for Game of the Year, against Red Dead and God of War and whatever the hell else was out there that we knew wasn't going to win. It doesn't stand a chance. It's great that it's nominated, but when you allow fan voting, there's certain games that are just going to elevate to the top and rise to the top. I think that's kind of annoying. I think they should rethink how they do that. I don't have a solution. I'm not proposing one. But I think that's
like 50-50.
It's something like they do like a bunch of critics. I don't know how they select the critics, and that's like 2/3 of the weighting, but then player voting is the rest of the weighting. But you don't even have to log in to vote, and you can vote once a day, which, if you know anything about internet voting, basically destroys it. So
yeah,
I don't know. It's just odd to me. That said, there were some good things done last night, so kind of indifferent to it. But I think it could be a good thing. It just needs to get better.
So I thought it was a pretty bad show until the last couple of years. I thought last year was a really, really great step in the right direction. I thought they turned it into a more legitimate show that really highlighted the games and gave content creators a chance to speak, if only for a few minutes. But I felt like they took a step back this year.
Oh, why is that?
It just seemed like, one, there were so many premieres, and I don't not want to see premieres, but it just seemed like there was no quality control on that. Nobody said, all right, let's have this many. Let's make sure we get these big ones. And then after the show or on the pre-show that they were giving awards away on, show 10 world premieres there, because a lot of the premieres last night kind of seemed similar in tone. And I think, honestly, that hurt some of them more than it helped. When you watch,
they blended together.
Yeah, when you watch 15 trailers about a guy on a planet where weird alien bugs are coming after him, and he doesn't know what to do, it starts to all blend in. There was one point where it played one trailer, and it segued into another trailer, and I thought it was the same game for about 30 seconds. It's just a slightly different art style.
It felt like Jeff was reaching to get world premieres to stress that, hey, we had 20 world premieres, and so they were reaching really far into the bucket, to find stuff they could world premiere.
And I think maybe I'm wrong. I'm sure there's stats out there that prove me wrong, but I feel like because of all those world premieres, there was a lot less time for the people who were winning awards. It seemed like everybody got up there and got about 10 seconds to say something, and then all of them went, I'm getting the wrap it up sign. So
yeah, they did.
And I want to hear Cory Barlog speak. I want to hear the Celeste team speak, but they didn't have a chance. And God, is it funny to see all of these people who are introverts by nature get up on stage.
The Celeste team in particular.
Yeah. And you can watch them, thanks to HD streaming, you can watch them shake like leaves while they try to thank whoever they can thank. I mean, I think the guy from Celeste got about 20 seconds in and had an entire note, didn't read any of it, and just shook, and then pointed to one line and didn't even get to any of the other stuff that he had written down. I don't dislike that. I think that's great, and I wish they had more time to kind of experience that and get their words out there. But it's just, maybe I'm wrong, but it seemed like last year there was a lot more time for all these people to kind of say, hey, I appreciate you. But I said it in our chat last night, but the MVP of the night was the trailer, the world premiere trailer, the lackluster response, just like 2 or 3 claps, just like, whoa. And all of these people not realizing that the dev for the game is on stage with Geoff Keighley, about to talk about their game, and they have to awkwardly stand there like they didn't just get no reaction for their game.
Yeah, there were a couple of those, like the Magic E-League. There were a couple moments where people were up there speaking, and the crowd was just like on their phone, like it was kind of awkward.
Yeah,
just tweeting this out.
But
it's Magic bullshit. Oh shit, there's the dev.
Yeah.
Yep.
But like Dan said, I mean, you kind of do go into it knowing that it's a big commercial, so that doesn't bother me. Like I said, I'd like to hear from the devs, and this seemed like an outlet where you got to see that, and didn't seem as hefty this year, I think, at the expense of some world premieres that I'd rather have just seen on YouTube a week from now.
Yeah, it's a fair point.
Yeah.
But we did get to see Jonah Hill. I'm only saying Jonah Hill because it's one of the first names I see on his season gaming wrap up.
Yeah, that was pretty funny, actually, him walking out stoned as hell. Just trying to like take in the whole crowd.
Yeah. It looked like the teleprompter was like in like the smallest font possible because like everybody was sitting there like
The dude from Panic at the Disco, was it?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I didn't write anything, but they've got it up here, and he's like, as a musical artist, like, yeah, I don't know what were they doing.
So Brendan Urie from Panic at the Disco, he is so mesmerizing. Like as a person, he doesn't even look like a real person. I have never seen that in my life. We were watching him on screen, and my fiance Tanya said something about, oh, well, that was funny. He didn't. And I realized I didn't pay any attention to what he was saying. I just watched him.
You're just staring into his eyes.
Yeah, I was lost.
What just happened?
But we did see a new Far Cry.
Yeah. Well, I think everybody knew that was coming.
Yeah.
At least from the day or two before.
Yeah.
The worst part about that was we leaked it as soon as it leaked, we put it on Season Gaming.
That's right.
And Amazon had it listed as releasing tomorrow or today.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And so we're like, oh, surprise release December 7th. And then they show it at the awards and it's like February 15th. We're like, the fuck? So I had to go in and edit everything. Like, oops, sorry.
My bad.
That's why you had the most views this week, is because everyone was pissed off.
They're coming to complain.
Yeah, I did have to tweet that out, actually. I was like, hey, man, check it out. It's coming out tomorrow. Season Gaming.
Thanks, Amazon.
Yeah. Amazon.
You can't trust Amazon anymore. Who can you trust?
No.
But are you guys into that at all?
Into what?
Far Cry.
Far Cry? Yeah.
The new one.
Right. So what's happening? Who are you guys? I don't even know what I'm doing. Okay, so I didn't care for the ending of Far Cry 5. Without evening it up, but
I feel like you can even it up because they said it before the trailer last night. He said
basically ruined it.
Yeah, they did ruin it. Okay, so I didn't care for the whole. I felt like it was just dropped on you, no pun intended, and it was just like, there you go, it's over. This is all your work in the for the 40 or 50 hours or however many hours you put into it, and it was just cheap. It was super cheap. I hated it. I was like, this is it. But then at the end of the trailer last night, you kind of got a glimpse of the father still being alive. So I'm wondering who you actually play as in the game. I wonder if it's a continuation, because Far Cry has really never done that. The only person that's really carried over is Herc, for the most part.
Yeah.
And he's just a meme. So, he's fantastic, but it's just, it'd be nice to see some kind of. It's only $40, which kind of worries me a little bit. So either that means they just basically reskin Far Cry 5, which is fine, and whatever, or it's really short and small in content. I don't know. I don't know what I'm at that point where I love Far Cry the series for the most part, but there's, I don't know what to think of this one. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, I like Far Cry. I don't love Far Cry, but. I was really interested in Far Cry 5. I love that whole occult angle and just the I grew up in religious upbringings. I mean, I went to church my whole life. So watching that kind of side of things was a lot more interesting to me than a dictator in wherever. But I agree with you where I feel like I built this game so much, and then the last third, it started to fall apart. And then the ending just completely sucked for me. And that's a very split topic. I feel like if you get on Twitter, it's a 50-50 split on who loved the ending and who hated the ending. I hated it. It ruined the entire game for me. As soon as I was done, I looked up, how can I go back and kill him? Because I thought I did something wrong. And there's no way to kill him. Like, that's what I was building towards. And what it ends with is this shitty dude being able to manipulate me or kill all my friends and family while nuclear bombs fall. Was that his fault? I don't know. I mean, I know now, but we didn't know at the time. So that said, I'm not looking forward to the new Far Cry that much, but I am going to play it because I'm hoping it vindicates everything that was wrong with Far Cry 5 to me. Like, if I get a chance to play through this story and finish off this story and kill that son of a bitch, but also have a great experience, then that'll make me feel better about Far Cry 5, Fallout 5. This is Fallout 5.
Yes.
It's funny you mentioned how the community is so split on the ending, because Dan and I were joking about, or talking about this earlier, that I actually like the ending. I don't really know why. I don't know if it's because I like when, I don't know if it's going to make sense, but I've played so many games now over my life, right? We all have. That for whatever reason, I feel like games have this, almost like movies, right? They have this normal set path to where things occur. And when that happens, you can kind of see where things are going in most games. And so as you went through and you fought the family and whatever, and the father was still left at the end, and the whole thing about him talking about the apocalypse and, which obviously is meant to be bullshit, right? Because like any cult, they're always talking about the fucking apocalypse, right? And you got to believe in whatever they believe in to save yourself. Nonsense. So the fact that it ended with in a bunker with him still alive and the apocalypse actually happening just like he said it would, and what he was trying to get, to communicate to his people, I thought that was cool. Maybe I'm the dumb one, but I thought it was good. In terms of New Dawn, I don't really care. This feels like another kind of Primal to me, where they're going to take the very core of Far Cry 5, take that map design, take the majority of what's already built, move some things around, add some new weapons, some new missions, and try and recapitalize on what they already built for the most part. So I think it looks cool. It looks fun. It's, Far Cry is really mindless action. It's just, you go around killing shit and blowing stuff up and having fun doing it. And I like that. But I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to jump on this. And I think I mentioned earlier too, in a conversation, the date's a killer. February 15th is when Crackdown 3 releases. If you're Game Pass, right, it's for free. But then the following week is Anthem and Metro. And then, right at end of February is when it kicks off. You get Anthem, you get Metro, you get Division 2, you get Sekiro. There's just a whole ton coming down the line. So I don't think I'm going to be picking it up, at least not for $40 on the 15th.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to wait to get it. I'm not going to get it day one. But there's, like you said, February is nuts. And it doesn't get easier. It's because everything's being moved further back now. March is also nuts, and April's also nuts. So eventually it'll get played. But Far Cry games usually drop in price pretty quickly anyway. So by July, we'll be able to get it for $15 in a sale. So I'll wait for that. But
no,
what?
I don't know. All of a sudden, I got hit with this. I don't know.
You just felt sad real quick?
I did. I don't know. I felt sad.
Is it the lack of cat butthole on the screen?
That might be it.
He's over there. I can bring him back if I need to.
I'm good. All
right. The full 1080p wide view.
Yeah.
All right.
So as far as big games go, Red Dead won what, like 3 or 4?
Red Door. Jesus Christ. Red Door 2. See what happens. Red Dead 2 won 4, God of War won 3. Yeah.
3. Okay.
Red Dead 2 won best score, and I wanted to die.
You know what's funny about that? Bert said the same thing, is that he really didn't like that, and I said that's perfect.
I know you did.
I know.
You also love the Far Cry 5 ending.
Right. I know. Maybe I'm just a fucking idiot. I don't know what I'm doing over here.
No. Is that just like the songs in it, or is it because like you score like if they do like there's like songs and then there's like the actual orchestrated music.
So let me explain, and you can tell me why I'm wrong.
Yes.
The reason why I think Red Dead's score is so amazing is, one, it's all original. That goes without saying. Mm-hmm. 2, it's hugely expansive. So like I was 70, 80, 90 hours in that game and still hearing new music. I think that's noteworthy, right? Because it's just, there's tons of music in it. 3, the more you play the game, There's specific songs for specific missions, which means they developed an entirely new song with a 20, 30, 40 piece, whatever, orchestra for one mission in the game. I think that's incredible. And then on top of that, if you notice in Red Dead, anytime you're doing something, as soon as you get on your horse and start to go somewhere to do something, music fades in, and that song will be different almost all the time. So you take those aspects, and then like we were talking about before, Dan, with like there's some really key moments in the story I won't spoil where certain songs play. One of them they played in that live performance last night, and it's really, really moving. Like Red Dead 2 at the end of Chapter 6 is one of the few games in my life, and one of the first one in years, maybe since Last of Us, that really made me feel like I was going to tear up. Cat's back. You coming to reinforce my Red Dead argument? Yeah. Okay.
So emotional. And Cat Beehole.
So yeah, exactly. He's like, we got to lighten it up. This is too heavy. So that's why I thought it was good. Now you mentioned Celeste, and I played Celeste, so I really want to experience what that is like.
Yeah. So when you say all that, and I don't disagree that the score isn't good. I think it's good. I think it's above average, if not great. But I feel like it's very understated, and that's fine. I don't dislike the fact that it's understated. I thought that's perfect for that game. If it was over the top and epic, it would be too much for that game. It would detract from the gameplay and the game itself. But so when it won score, audio design. When it won audio design, I'm 100% in on that. I think it should. I think the audio design is better than anything else that came out this year. But I feel like best score, there were better experiences, more epic scores. And that's not anything against Red Dead. It's just that the music in Celeste is so fantastic. And so, I mean, there's so much heart in it, in every track. The music in God of War is so epic. I mean, it's like playing through a 25-hour movie where the music and score just builds as you play, and the songs get better and better and more emotional to go along with the story. So I understand everything you're saying. I just disagree.
And you actually made a good point about the difference between sound design and score, right? So the one thing I just said around, depending on the mission and depending on when you get on your horse and what you're doing, what plays, that's sound design. That's not really score. So that's a fair point.
Yeah, but when you're talking about the stuff that happens in Chapter 6 or whatever, I haven't gotten there, so maybe I'm full of shit.
Oh my god! And the end of the end of the prologue. Prologue 2, like the end cap, the music. Dude, I was so hyped up. I almost stood up while I was playing. Like I was so pumped up. I was like, "This is fucking awesome."
Well, hopefully I get through the game and then I agree with you. I wanted Celeste to win more. It was such a great experience, and they deserve to win some things. I mean, they did win Best Indie Game, so. At least I got that. Once I got that, I felt a little more vindicated. But I just think Celeste and God of War was a better soundtrack.
Gotcha. I was glad to see it won indie game. I haven't even played it, but I've heard so many good things because I thought they were going to give it to Dead Cells.
Yeah, I did too. When they played all the trailers, I thought Celeste would win, but I forgot Dead Cells was in it. As soon as I saw Dead Cells, I turned to my fiance and said, "Never mind, Dead Cells is winning."
I'm about to pick. I just picked that game up too. Didn't play it yet, of course. One of those things. What do you guys think of them basically glossing over VR? I mean, with as much as it's come up this year, I think with as much as it's been touted, especially PSVR. I mean, they're basically, it wasn't even a presentation, right? It was just, hey, Astrobot won best VR game. Thanks. When you had a lot of good games, I mean, I've only had it for a short period of time, but I've really enjoyed Moss. I've really enjoyed Astrobot, Beat Saber. I even picked up some game called like Archangel or something like that. Or is that what it is? You're a big giant mech guy. I almost fell down. I mean, it's one of those things. I guess it hasn't hit everybody yet, so maybe it's just not there in the mainstream anymore or yet.
Well, one, whose phone is next to their microphone? Because it's buzzing.
Yeah, I just checked mine. It's not mine.
Mine's way over there.
Well, what the hell is going on? It's buzzing like crazy. Yeah.
Really?
That's better.
Yeah.
Oh, God damn it. It was like 3 feet away. It was like a foot. But
I was gonna say, I'm not the mic. I'm dealing with cat ass, but I'm not dealing with the mic issues.
But I'm gonna let Ains talk about this because I want Ains and Dan to go back and forth because Diego just asked if Dan was in this episode. So I'm gonna step back for a little bit.
No, I'm enjoying it.
What are we talking about?
VR.
Oh, VR.
Yeah.
No, I think they did miss an opportunity there.
Yeah.
In fact, you were talking about the show in general and how it seemed like they were promoting too many things, spending too many times on premieres, too many times on ads. You know, maybe they needed more funding this year. Who knows? But VR had this is going to sound stupid, but it had a banner year, right? Mm-hmm. That PlayStation VR really took off this year. It saw amazing sales on Black Friday. Astro Bot, which is considered maybe not the first, but maybe the best must-have game, like the reason to buy PlayStation VR. In fact, that's why I bought it. I think Dan just bought it. Bert just bought it, even though he's giving it to himself for Christmas morning, which we'll talk about at some point, because that's fucking odd.
Yeah, we need to have a discussion.
God, I have to watch your show this week.
He said he wraps it and opens it to himself on Christmas morning. So anyway, that's
the kind of thing a serial killer would do, I think. Bert, you're fantastic, but that's
so. I think there was definitely an opportunity to highlight a lot of that development than just saying Astrobot won this award, and he did it in one of those segments where he gave out like 5 awards at once.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, when you're live blogging, go fuck yourself, Geoff, because that's a pain in the ass. But yeah, I think they should have at least commented on, maybe had one of the devs up there, if not for Astrobot, for some other significant game that made progress, and talk about the VR just platform and what we, could expect to see going into 2019. Definitely a missed opportunity, I think.
Yeah. And as a guy who's crazy about VR, I don't think it's unfair for me to say that sucked for VR. It really did have such a great year. Astrobot winning is great. I think Moss is a better game and should have gotten some sort of spotlight. It didn't even get a little video. And same for Beat Saber. Beat Saber has been game changing for me as far as VR goes. And it got nothing. It got nothing other than, and for best VR game, it was Moss, Astrobot, Beat Saber, and 2 other games. I don't remember what. But it just a footnote to the show. I forgot that they even announced the award on the show until I was reading through your list.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, it's a super bummer.
Let's talk about the game of the year, but really quick. Esports player. Dude. Sonic Fox. That dude, you say what you want about, whatever when those guys didn't clap, that was insanely good. This dude, I don't know what the fuck I watched or what I was watching, but that guy was awesome.
Dude, so my wife came down and was just sitting on the couch. She doesn't care about the awards, right? But just kind of sitting with me on her phone and stuff. And she kept peeking up, depending on what was happening. And he came out and he was rambling, and she was like, this guy is adorable. And I was like, he's like, if you don't know who Sonic Fox is, the dude is a dominating fighting game player. He's literally won almost all of the Mortal Kombat, Dragon Ball Z, or fighters, Street Fighter. He's just dominant. He's amazing to watch. I did not know previously he was gay or a furry. I don't know why we all need to do that. But when he just said, I'm black, I'm gay, I'm a furry, I'm pretty much everything Republicans hate, I fucking burst out laughing. Yeah. It was just that moment during the Game Awards that's completely unscripted and unexpected, but was hilarious. I thought it was great.
Very cool. And it kind of goes with what I was saying, where it's just so great to see these people who normally don't get this experience to get to go up, because you could see he was so scared, but he loved every second of it.
Yeah.
And
it was pure genuine. You know what I mean? It was cool seeing that.
Yes. And it was funny too, because as soon as he put that mask on or head on, I don't even know what to call it.
I don't want to know.
He became the character, and as soon as he took it off, you realized, oh no, that's just him. This is who he is. Like, he's emoting as a person and just all over the place, and had no idea what he was saying. Yep. I'm pretty sure he probably got that wrap it up sign like 3 minutes before he finally stepped away.
He probably didn't see it.
Yeah, his head was down half the time. And Joel McHale walked off stage with him like, what just happened? I don't know if I loved that or hated it.
Yep.
But it was like, at first I thought this is great. And then I started to go, oh no, this is bad. And then very quickly, this is my fucking favorite person ever.
Yeah, he was something. All right, so like game of the year.
Yes.
You know, let's talk about that before we head to our next segment. Kind of dividing the community a little bit. Not that it needed more division.
The community is divided?
What? That's crazy.
So here's the first question I want to ask. If God of War was on all platforms,
yes,
do you think it would have been as divided?
No.
Yeah, me neither. I think a lot of this is driven from the fact that God of War is an exclusive and people are fucking stupid. I think that's the problem. Because they're both amazing games.
Yeah.
Like I said, I would have picked Red Dead. Who cares?
Right.
I love seeing God of War win. Corey Balrog and the team there winning. They deserve it. Amazing game. Who cares? I think the only people getting pissed off or arguing about it is the exclusive angle.
And not even that. So I agree with the choice. I think God of War was my game of the year, but that's beside the point. I mean, last year, was it last year that Zelda won?
Yes.
I didn't agree with that at all. Zelda wasn't my game of the year, but I didn't get mad about it. Are you kidding me? Like,
where's Bert?
There were
Come on.
there were plenty of games that I wanted to win, but I'm not angry that Zelda came out and brought the gaming community together and won game of the year. So why would I be mad now? So not only that, not only are people mad about the decision, what I saw first before I saw anything else was a bunch of people getting mad about the people that they knew were about to get mad. They weren't even mad about the choice. They were happy about the choice. And they were mad about the people who were going to be mad that Red Dead didn't win. Like, all of the tweets were like, just waiting to see people say this is a fix. Like, why does Sony always do it? I'm so like, come on, Xbox, do what you're gonna do. Like, why are you're so used to being angry and petty and shitty that's your first response is, here's what I'm gonna be petty and shitty about next.
It's true. Yeah, no, it's absolutely true. They just look for reasons to argue online.
Yep.
And the funny thing, as you were talking about Breath of the Wild last year, what occurred to me, right, is that when a Nintendo game gets hyped and is game of the year, wins awards, what have you, no one really seems to care. And they're all exclusive. But when there's an Xbox exclusive or a PlayStation exclusive, it's like the whole world's falling apart. Like people just need to grow up. I don't get it. All of these devs are incredible. They all deserve recognition. We sit here, all of us bitch about it. Then we sit on our couch for 100 hours playing these games, loving every minute of it. Just grow up. I'm so tired of the immature people in this community, man. It drives me nuts.
There's a lot of blocking going on today.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, but as a game, I feel like God of War is an incredible experience. I wouldn't have been mad if Red Dead had won, but I'm so glad that God of War won, because I like that Corey and the team got recognition, and not only, I mean, he won earlier and got to come up and make a speech, but he got to win again, and because it was the whole thing, the whole team got to go up there and experience the joy of their hard work coming to fruition, and I don't know, that game to me was something really, really special. And like I said, I haven't finished Red Dead, so who am I to say what was better and what wasn't? But
well, that's why you're wrong. But I mean,
that makes complete sense.
Fair enough.
Oh, how about Mike Judge? First of all, that suit, he fucking rocked it. That was awesome.
I want that as DLC in God of War.
He's just wearing the suit.
Just the suit. Kratos in that suit and with the hair. I love his hair. You look like a fucking badass samurai son of a bitch.
How big is that dude? That's a big dude.
Dude, he was humongous.
And we said last night, Alden, right? That voice. If I had that voice, I'd be president right now.
Yeah, that
dude's voice can rule the world. It's amazing.
I've heard him talk a million times. I mean, obviously playing through the game, but I've seen him in interviews. I've seen him in whatever. But normally it's like chest up, and I don't know. There was something about seeing his entire body move while he spoke. I thought that voice isn't coming from that person. It's coming from fucking a portal somewhere else. It doesn't sound normal. Half of what he said I didn't catch because I was Panic at the Disco. I was just staring at him going, holy shit, this is amazing.
It's mesmerizing. When he said, definitely one of the best moments of the whole show is when he said, "Read it, boy." And everyone cheered. That was great.
You guys talk about God of War for a second. I'll be right back.
Let's talk about as much
God of War
as possible.
All right. So
also won Best Game Direction. Did I platinum it?
Yeah.
No.
Come on.
Shit.
Get it together.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing with me and my platinums. I've got one, and it's in Spider-Man. All right.
Isn't it then me and my platinum?
My platinum. Platinum. Yeah, I can't listen. If it gets to the point where it's like increasing the difficulty, I'm out because I'm lucky. Like I said, I played that Mutant League. What is that? The hell game that came out just now that we were talking about?
Mutant Road Zero. Mutant Year Zero. Mutant Year Zero.
Yes, Mutant Year Zero. Easy level, second mission. Can't get past it.
Good thing we didn't. We were talking about using that game for backseat gaming for you too.
Oh, that'd be perfect then. You can just use that son of a bitch and watch me get pissed off for probably 3 or 4 hours. I'm sure Bert would love that. And all the editing he would have to do to it.
Yeah, no kidding.
Terrible.
But God of War, it did win Best Direction, and I think at the time when we were kind of tweeting about it, I said well deserved because the direction in that game was incredible. It was, I would say, the most cinematic experience that I played this year for sure. I don't know. I have nothing but good things to say about God of War. I have a few nitpicks with the game. We talked about this on our conversation months ago. But overall, for me, it's a 9.5/10 game. It's one of those games that comes along once in a while that just blows you away in nearly all aspects.
Yep.
I will say one of my nitpicks, and this is not even really a nitpick, it's really nitpicking, is that it took some of the best aspects of the Sony third-person adventure game menu, if that makes sense. But it did it so well, and everything about that game, from the voice acting to the graphics to the story to the combat, it's just so satisfying and a fantastic game.
Yep. Also, Joker from Persona 5 is coming to Smash Brothers.
So, can we talk about that for a minute?
Wait a minute. I'm just thinking of Bert and the amiibo. Bert, are you still out there? Because there's going to be an amiibo.
There probably will.
Yeah.
I need someone, chat, you guys, somebody to explain to me if I'm the crazy one. Why is that such a big announcement?
I don't know. What if Master Chief came?
It's Master Chief and not Master Chief, Arbiter and Rom and a couple of their huge characters I love are in Killer Instinct, right? Which is a one-on-one fighting game. Super Smash Brothers Ultimate is it over 100 characters? It's got a ton of characters.
Got a shit ton.
Where you're playing 4-on-4, it's not like there's any huge highlight on him, right? Where you're talking about like abilities and skill trees or anything. It's just he's in Smash. It's me. I don't get it. I saw the Persona, they led into a Persona. I was like, shit, they're going to talk Persona 6 or...
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
A big expansion for Persona 5, which is an amazing game. And then they're like, coming to Smash Brothers. The crowd went nuts. Everyone's tweeting about it. The video has like 50,000 views in less than a day. And I'm like, what? I just don't get it. It's not me.
I think, those guys coming to, what they say? What fighting game did you say? I'm sorry.
Killer Instinct.
Killer Instinct, yeah. Like, well, here's the thing. I think that game has a much
smaller base not a one-to-one comparison.
Yeah, no. I think, I actually played Persona 5 for 10 minutes. I did not realize that's what that guy's name was. Here's the thing. It came out when I got it. It was already out for the PlayStation. So
came out spring of last year.
Right. All right. So it had been out. I got my PlayStation, I think November of last year. And so I had all these games, to catch up on. I think I started with like Horizon Zero Dawn and then, The Last of Us and, Uncharted and stuff that I only played one of so far. So it's
every episode you find a way to shrink my soul just a little bit more.
That's what I do. That's going to be a new show, actually.
Oh my God.
Hey. So
it's Dr. Mario.
Yeah.
Talking shit about Persona?
Nobody. We're talking shit about Smash Brothers.
Oh, what the fuck?
I
kind of
will say
background
this
is
was
that?
not the intended voice when I started, but here it is.
Holy shit!
This
All
is
right.
a lot more embarrassing when it's on the spot, isn't it, Dan?
Yes, it is.
It's a lot
It's for
easier when you're
sure.
by yourself in your room alone.
Yep, until Tanya walks in.
It's a new role play.
Somebody give me a video. So this is our new segment this week.
Welcome to Googly Feud.
Googly Feud.
Googly Feud.
Let me introduce Dr. Blastfinger.
Blastfinger.
Blastfinger. So, Dr. Dr. Blastfinger.
Yes, my mustache is falling off.
That seems like a problem.
Yes, it is. This is
Can
my
you
flavor saver.
Please explain the game for us, and we can get this thing started.
Googly Feud, and let me tell you this. I saw a segment a few weeks ago with a very lovely man that he was talking about his glasses, and let me tell you, when you order a costume on Amazon, why would they send you real glasses? These are real glasses. I don't wear glasses.
That means someone's used them before.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Oh my gosh, that's so gross.
I need mustache glue.
That's-
So Googly Feud. I don't want to know what Dan was going to say. Googly Feud is
Something about herpes.
Yeah,
yes,
probably.
if you haven't seen Family Feud, this is a show where we will begin a topic. And what I did is I started typing it into Google. This is awful. I started typing it into Google, and Dan and Ains will try to guess which was the number one through whatever autocomplete answer. And the first one will be a little bit of a learning experience, but
Yeah.
number one.
All right, number one.
Do you understand the
Who's
game?
answering first?
All right, go ahead, Ains.
All
As our guest there. Now, hold on, wait a minute. Like, so we just say what we think is
What
the
do you think is
word.
on the list? And you will get a point if you guess one that's on the list. And
Alright.
some of these you're not gonna fucking guess. So we're gonna I'll end up telling you some. Maybe after every round I'll give you one.
Oh shit! Okay.
So
go
this
ahead,
doesn't
Aaron.
take 4 hours.
Yes.
All right.
Let's do
My-
that.
I need glue. Dan, can you provide me some mustache glue? I heard you're very good at sucking out the poison.
That's what they say.
So number one. Googly Feud, number one.
All right.
The starter is Laura Croft is
A lesbian.
no, that is
That's none of them.
why is that where you went?
Why wouldn't I go there?
I don't think that was implied in any of the games.
I don't remember that being in any of them.
Dan, what is your guess?
I'm gonna say naked.
No, I don't think Google would show that.
Oh shit!
Okay,
We're going the
That's-
direct
that's-
wrong way with where you were.
That must
You
be
should
my
have
search.
started with Lara Croft.
well,
All right, Lara Croft is
Lara Croft, go ahead.
is invincible.
No, there's one similar to that. I'm not sure how the judges should score that.
That's not.
No,
Is that Excel?
it is very similar to Excel. It is a free version
It's
of
a
Excel.
proprietary
is.
third wheel product.
Oh,
It
God
is.
Damn it!
Dan, what would you like to say?
Hot.
Hot.
It's
Okay,
hot.
so I'm going to give you each half a point for this.
This is
So
bullshit.
you get half a point. Don't bitch. Laura Croft is a badass. That seems like invincible,
Okay,
right?
All right.
All right, I'll give you
Laura
that one.
Croft is beautiful. Let me give you any. That's hot, right?
That's kind of hot.
Yes.
Yeah.
Don't bitch. I've told you. Don't bitch.
I'm
All
surprised.
right. Lara
give-
Croft is rich.
I'll give you a good one. Oh, no, not rich.
From Laura Croft is from.
Yes,
Oh.
that was not one you were going to guess. So I gave it to you.
That's probably fair. From. Okay, ignore from. So Laura Croft is.
Ooh,
God,
this is
damn,
quite googly.
It is very
Pale.
googly.
pale.
Might have to shorten this from now on.
God damn it.
No, not pale.
Lara Croft is in. Maybe the next word in.
In.
That can get dirty too, but no. Here's one. Lara Croft is IX Shell. I don't know what that means. No one was going to guess that. What is that even? Is that a spoiler? I've played the games. I don't even think that's ever been done.
What the fuck is that?
I don't know.
How about
I'm not Googling it. I'll tell you that much.
No, don't do that.
Lara Croft is loose?
Wow.
That should be number 9.
It's not. It's not. Lara Croft.
6 or 9, really.
Before you said loose, you could have maybe said British. She is British, and that is one of the choices.
Jesus Christ. What the
Lara Croft is an explorer.
No. Here's one. Lara Croft is selfish.
bitch.
Bitch. How could she?
Oh man.
Oh, my mustache.
Okay.
Dan.
Lara Croft is. I'm gonna go with naked again.
It didn't appear suddenly, unless you Googled it 55 times while I was doing this segment. Here's one.
Ugly.
No.
Lara Croft is tall.
No, but very similar to ugly and tall. Lara Croft is a white savior. What are people Googling?
What the hell that means?
I don't know. Again, not gonna Google it.
What is happening?
No, I'll take you to some bad places. That's
No.
for sure.
Lara Croft is
All right, I'm passing.
I got nothing.
Yeah, this is crazy.
dead. It's very not true. There are games coming out every 3 days.
Oh Jesus.
Lara Croft is from which country?
From which country? Okay.
All right.
Lara Croft is stupid.
No, but
Harry.
no, but Lara Croft is my girlfriend.
Of course. What the fuck? Googly feud.
So
I
each
wish
of
you
you,
could see the average age of each of these searches.
that'd be nice. I bet it'd be disturbing. The people who are looking these up. I would like to know who IX Shell is or what IX Shell is.
I don't know what the fuck that is.
Oh, Jesus.
As a similar one, this one's shorter. Let's go through it quickly.
Jesus.
You both got
Beautiful.
half a point in the last round, so it's tied.
Loose.
Nathan Drake is loose. No, he's not loose. He's a one-woman man, except for those few times when he was a multi-woman man.
Nathan
James?
Drake is funny.
No.
Jeez, sexy?
Oh, okay. Half a point, Dan.
Taking
Nathan
it.
Drake is hot.
There you go.
That's garbage.
Ains.
Nathan Drake is a badass.
There it is.
I don't know if this gets half a point, but Nathan Drake is a legend. What do you guys think? Is that half a point?
Hold on, wait. Nathan Fillion.
I'll take a quarter point.
Nathan Drake is Nathan Fillion? No.
No. Shit.
Ains, anything?
British.
Nathan Drake is not as good as Sully.
Oh, that's a good one, but no. Nathan Drake is Joel.
What? No. Damn it, people.
More
A
people
white
Googled
savior.
that. A white savior. No, but in a similar vein, Nathan Drake is a mass murderer.
True story.
He is. He is a mass murderer. He killed millions of people.
Oh
I like
my
the hint we
God.
got. Nathan Drake is my dad.
Yeah.
No, you're getting close though.
My mom?
No,
Gay.
Yeah.
no.
Okay. Hold on.
Uh,
Half a point?
no, not half a point. But Nathan Drake is dead. Again, a theme.
Why are they always
Theme.
dead?
And one more. Any more guesses?
I'm gonna go with no.
Married to.
Nope. Nathan
From.
Drake. But very close, Ainsley. I don't think you get any points for it. But Nathan Drake is my lover. And a very quick lightning round,
Oh, Jesus.
just to go with the theme, because
Shit.
I couldn't not share this one. Who's going to
King.
go first? Because 2 of these are very easy.
Words, go ahead.
We're ass.
Yes.
We're ass? No. Dan?
We're rigged.
No. But The Gaming Awards were that's just transferred over from Nathan Drake. Who put this game together?
We're a mass murderer.
We're a mass murderer.
Oh
Game
my
Awards
god!
were last night or on last night, and
Okay.
as a grand finale, and I'm so glad I looked this one up. The Game Awards were on. Oh, hold on, not hot. Building suspense. The Game Awards were on the Titanic.
What does that even mean? God damn it!
I don't know.
Oh man, I'm
I
crying.
don't know.
Oh,
So I guess
God.
Dan is the sort of winner. Nobody got a full point, but Dan
I got a
got
full
more
point total.
partial
Is
points.
Dan truly the winner? I think we all lost here.
Oh my god!
Has anyone seen my father, by the way?
Oh my lord! I'm
My
dying.
father? No?
Oh! Is that the professor?
I do have a
always seem to
professor.
miss
Professor
the
for a father.
Fastbanger.
Yes, my
Yeah.
father. Fastbanger.
Really?
Yes.
Really?
Tell him I said hello.
I will if
Okay,
I ever
thank
see him.
I want to see you. Next time you have him on, please tell him I say hello.
Yeah,
I want that to come from you, Dan, personally.
I'll see what I can do.
Thank you.
Fucking shit.
Goodbye. I'll be back on the next episode of Googly Feud, and I'll probably have a different voice. And
Give me a better spreadsheet.
not reading glasses because I have decent eyes. Goodbye.
Oh my god.
All right, what can we? Let's talk about. Let's talk about Outer Worlds.
I don't even know what that is.
Yes, you do.
Oh, that's the one that was
Obsidian's
supposed to
game
be
that we thought was going to be
Borderlands
Bioshock.
Yeah, Bioshock. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. It looks like both in Fallout.
yeah,
It's in
looks good.
space. I'm ready for it. When
Yeah,
does that
me
come
too.
out?
I don't think they gave a release, did they? I don't remember one.
Is that
Looks
one
good,
that's
though.
like 3 years away? You know what I was really disappointed with? Dragon Age Inquisition.
You were disappointed in it?
Inquisition,
I'm back.
or
I
you
mean,
mean the Dreadwolf
was-
Rises?
Yeah, I mean, only because there was. I mean, I know they said 3 years out, and I'm glad they're working on Dragon Age. I was just like, that was it. They basically showed some collages.
Yeah, if it's 3 years out, you don't need to show anything.
Yeah.
because you have
Hey.
nothing to show.
It's coming. Yep. Sure as shit.
Hey, Alden's back.
I'm back.
Oh, whoa, hey.
What's
There
up,
he is. Yeah, you missed the game show, man. It was
My fucking mouth feels funny. There was a game show?
Some weird dude took your spot for a while.
yeah.
I was gone for a few minutes and I've come back and my mouth feels really weird with this like sticky stuff on it.
That's the hurt. That's the hurt.
Yeah,
So,
The Bernie.
that's how I paid for that
Oh.
show prep. right,
oh my god.
So Dragon Age, you're not excited for Dragon Age,
I'm
or you're
excited
not?
for Dragon Age. I was not excited about what they showed. I guess I know what I was expecting, like a full on CGI 3-minute trailer for a game that hasn't even been really probably started too much.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'm glad it's coming. Let's just say that.
I mean,
So,
there was a report that came out a couple weeks ago, or maybe it was a couple days ago, that said Dragon Age 4 will be shown, but Dragon Age 4 is years away. Like it's not even
Yeah.
being worked on religiously right now.
at least it's in there. I don't know if I'd rather have seen that or a Mass Effect from Casey Hudson.
Hmm.
So either one, I'm ready for it. I'll tell you what, guys, I am probably needing to wrap this up.
Yeah, it's time to
because
wrap
we're
it
going
up.
pretty long, and I'm crying. So,
Oh.
shit.
Okay, so Ains, anything you want to say before we go? Is there a new episode of Backseat Gaming for people to go check out? There is.
Yes.
Wink.
Went live this morning. We're doing a 3-episode series, so we're going to do every game for 3 episodes. So this was the 3rd episode and the closing of Hello Neighbor, which actually turned out quite funny. Go give it a watch, please. Again, just Season Gaming everywhere. And then so we do Bitcast Monday are published, and then Backseat Gaming Fridays are published. So every week we give you something to check out. That's
Yep.
about it. Find
Go
me
follow
Porsche.
him on- Yes,
Yeah, I was
go.
gonna say Porsche Power everywhere. So whether it's Xbox, PlayStation, Twitter, anywhere, Porsche Power.
At Poor Shopper.
Porsche Shopper. Yes.
And if you can't spell it, just look up. I don't know. Does it show up as Ains? I don't know. Find Dan and then find Season Gaming and then find Ains, because
Yeah,
I
I'm
had
out
to
there.
do the same thing at one point, because I couldn't spell it after hearing it. Dan,
Yes.
thank you for joining us. as always.
That's what I do.
I just kind of want to drag this on long enough to see you fall asleep.
With the amount of stuff I've got going on this weekend, I really think I don't know. This week can just end right now, and I'll be good to go.
Yeah.
But it was
All right,
good.
well, that's it.
It's a good way to end it.
Yep. Thank you guys for joining us. We had mentioned ending it on a good note.
We did. It was fantastic. Now I'm gonna go play Ashen, throw stuff, and eat cashews.
I'm gonna get back to Red Dead, I think.
Yes.
Unless I decide to play Beat Saber.
Oh, damn it. Although Tanya will be ready with the video cam. So
That's true.
Yeah, we're good.
That's true. I'm
Season
pretty.
Gaming YouTube channel, Tanya.
I'm gonna
We're
be
ready.
on the internet soon. My computer's logged into YouTube. She can just upload it whenever she wants.
Oh, it's even better.
So there's that. I'm sure there's more awkward videos she could post of me, and I hope that's only Beat Saber.
And hopefully with all your clothes on.
Yeah, well, hopefully. I don't play Beat Saber with my clothes on, by the way. Who would do that?
God,
They get sweated through. All right, thank you guys for joining us. This has been a fun episode. It's been great to have Ains on. Go check out Backseat Gaming. I didn't realize it was live until just before the show, so I'm going to go watch it right now while I play Red Dead.
Appreciate
Thank
it.
you guys. Have a great week.
Yeah.
See ya.